Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's makeup tutorial is going to be on this back to school full drugstore makeup look. If you aren't going back to school like me, this look will be perfect if you want to look glamorous for work. It won't be too much makeup where it looks really obvious, but it's also quite glamorous at the same time where you feel like you're wearing something. Now if you are going back to school, I'm pretty sure you want to kind of transform yourself and look nice on the first day. So this look is going to be on how to transform and make yourself feel really nice and beautiful to enhance your features without it being too crazy and in your face. So if you guys do want to see the makeup tutorial on how to achieve this look that I'm wearing now, then please just keep on watching. So to get started, we're going to be moisturizing our skin, and this is just going to make sure that our skin looks nice and moisturized and smooth underneath our foundation. That way our foundation will go on a lot smoother. And this is the Body Shop Vitamin E Intense Moisture Cream. I highly recommend this one as it's really good, very hydrating, and it's not too expensive either. Then I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer, and this is just going to fill in all of those pores and just make sure that our skin is protected, and it makes sure that none of the foundation seeps into the pores, and it just looks really smooth and nice. And for foundation today, we're going to be using the L'Oreal True Match, and this one is a really great foundation for normal to oily skin, I'd say. I think you can make it work with dry skin, but it does dry to a matte finish, so I'd highly recommend using a more moisturizing primer if you do have drier skin, or just using another drugstore foundation. I wanted to use this one because I feel like it has a really nice long wear, especially for school, and it does have a very watery consistency, so you can really pick how heavy you want this to be. So for me, I wanted to cover up all of my blemishes, so I'm doing one light layer first. And then I'm also going to be using this as my spot concealer as well. So you don't need to go out and buy another concealer to sort of hide your spots. You can use the same foundation and just apply a little bit more and build up the coverage. So what I'm doing right now is just applying some more of that foundation on any areas where the foundation didn't cover, and I'm just sort of dotting it on and patting it in with my brush. You kind of want to work in patting motions if you want to build up more coverage rather than rubbing, just because you can kind of rub away the coverage and it kind of defeats the purpose a little bit. Next, I'm taking a Kiko concealer and just applying this all over my eyelids, just because I really want to cancel out all of that dark colouring of my eyes. This will also act as an eyeshadow primer because we are going to be setting this with a powder. And then for my under eyes, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is a great concealer, especially if you're going to school or work. It's very light. If you set it, it doesn't crease, and it's also really easy to blend in. So if you're in a rush in the morning, this is a really great one because I feel like you can't really go wrong with it. And I'm just using the same brush I used to apply my foundation and just blending that into the rest of my complexion to make sure that it looks nice and smooth, and it will kind of highlight and make us look more awake. And then to set that, I'm using my Soap & Glory Instant Retouch Powder and just using that to set my under eyes and also my lids. This will just make sure that all of that concealer is nice and set and it won't crease. And then using that same powder on a larger powder brush, we're just going to be dusting this all over the skin to make sure that the rest of our face does not move either. And then for my bronzer today, I'm using this Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer and just applying a really small amount of it underneath my cheekbone just to kind of shape our cheeks without having to contour them. That way you kind of get a bit of shape and colour at the same time. So I'm just kind of dusting it on my cheekbone and then dusting it up to my temples also, and just making sure not to apply too much of this. Then I'm taking my Milani Baked Blusher in Luminoso and just applying a little bit of this to my cheekbones and just kind of dusting it upwards in an upwards motion. This will just kind of lift our face a little bit. And then I'm taking my Revolution Baked Highlighter, and with a small fan brush I'm just applying it right to the tops of my cheekbones just to give us a nice healthy glow, and also just to make us look like we still have the summer within us. I know that school has started, but we want to make sure that people know we had a great summer. For our eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Soap & Glory Brow Archery Pencil. This is great and a really great dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I absolutely love this pencil. It's really great, it's decently priced, and it works pretty much almost the same way as the Brow Wiz. I'm just going to be applying this through my brows, just kind of defining my arch and just any sparse areas, extending the tail, and just kind of creating the brow shape that I want, and making sure to brush through that with the spoolie side just to make sure that it looks nice and even and that it doesn't look too heavy, because we want to go for something fairly natural. And then I'm just going to be going underneath that with some concealer just to clean it up and to also highlight our brow bone as well, and to make our eyebrows look nice and lifted. Next, I'm going to be taking an eyeshadow base just to our lids to apply a nice amount of shimmer. When you apply a cream, it just makes sure that it stays on a lot longer rather than just a powder alone. So this is really great for something like school, just because it's really easy to apply and you can kind of skip the powder eyeshadow on top of it as well. And you can kind of just go with this if that's what you like. Then I'm going to be taking this L'Oreal eyeshadow and just patting this on top. This will just make sure that that has set in place, and it just kind of gives it a little bit of extra shimmer as well, but you can totally skip this step if you are short for time. Then I'm taking this sleek palette and taking this peach matte colour, and I'm going to be applying this into the crease and just blending this thoroughly. If you want to stop at this step, you totally can. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit more of a glam version of a back to school look, just in case you wanted to go all out for the first day of school. Then I'm just taking this darker brown and just applying it into the outer corner just to enhance our eyes and to lift them upwards, and this will just kind of give the appearance that you have made a lot more effort than you actually have. Just apply a little bit and make sure it's really well blended, and that's kind of the end of the whole eyeshadow effect. It just looks really nice and it looks like you've made lots of effort when really it didn't take that long, which is great. Then I'm taking a brown eyeliner and just applying it with a smudger brush onto the outer corner of my eye. This will give us that lifted eye effect again without having to apply a thick line of winged liner. As much as I love a wing, I feel like it can be a little bit too much for school. It totally depends on what kind of school you go to. So I'm going to be taking this matte white shade and just applying it into the inner corner to make us look nice and awake. It will kind of just brighten that area, and it's going to prepare it for the highlight shade we're going to be applying there later on. Next, I'm going to be applying some mascara. This is the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Mascara. This is so inexpensive, even if you're in the UK. Then I'm just going to be applying some of that brown eyeshadow onto the bottom lash line just to smoke out the look a little bit, just to make us look like we have made lots and lots of effort. When really, as you can see, it does not take long at all. Then I'm just applying some mascara to the bottom lash line, and I'm also going to be applying a nude eyeliner into the waterline. This will just make us look more awake, and it will kind of take away from that tired red eye effect. It just makes us look nice and awake. And then I'm taking some more of that highlighter I applied onto my cheekbone and just applying it onto the inner corner. This will again open up the eyes, and it will also make our inner corner look nice and bright also. And you also want to apply a little bit of this onto the brow bone too. And then for the lips today, I'm taking a Kiko lip pencil and just lining around my lips. This is a really nice nude peachy colour. I wanted to go for a lip colour that wouldn't move throughout the whole day, and these retractable lip liners from Kiko do not move. They are amazing. So just go around your lips with this colour, and then we're going to be going into a Kate Moss nude lipstick from the new nude collection from Rimmel, and I'm just going to be applying this all over the lips. This is a gorgeous colour, but it's not that long wearing, so I'm also going to be going on top of that with a Kiko long wear lipstick, and that will just lock everything in. So guys, that is the end of this makeup look. I know that this is quite a bit of makeup for school, but it's just if you want to make a little bit of extra effort. There's no lashes involved and not a lot of eyeliner. It's mainly just eyeshadow, which looks nice and soft, and it's really good for anyone that wants to make a bit of effort. If you are not going back to school, this will be perfect for work or any sort of occasion where you just want to look natural but that you've made effort. I love this look, and if you do want to see a really natural no makeup look, I will link that down below for you. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys!